Lesson 1. Reading vocabulary. Tango.
Tango.
Okay, Kaoru, so we'll just go through these.
Hi.
And you guys, you might want to repeat after Kaoru. We won't go into the meaning and all that because it's obviously quite clear here. We'll just do a bit of a repeat practice. Okay, Kaoru, let's go number 1.
はい。元気。
Number 2.
私。 今。 人。 日本。 今日。12時。 43。 来月。 7日。 土曜日。
There you go. So fairly basic vocabulary. And what you should be doing is before you tackle the reading after this video and when you're practicing your reading, you want to spend a couple of minutes trying to memorize all these words. Let's move down to the email, Kaoru.
Hi.
So this says email. No, yomi renshu,
読み練習
which means reading
practice.
practice. Renshu means practice, and yomi is from yomu. And yeah, you guys also have the audio tracks for this, so you could put it into your iPod and print this ebook out and take it to work or on the train and practice. Okay, so keep in mind that Kaoru is writing an email to her brother. Okay, Kaoru, I'll get you to read through the email.
お兄ちゃんへ。元気ですか？私は今インターネットカフェにいます。おいしいコーヒーを飲んでいます。ニューヨークはすごい街ですよ。人が多くてとてもにぎやかです。日本と全然違います。今日は街のバスツアーをします。楽しみですけど、ちょっと高いです。43ドルもする。その後は友達のアパートに行きます。来月の7日まで泊まります。土曜日にうちに電話をしますね。みんなによろしくね。
Very cute ending there, Kaoru. Okay, thank you, Kaoru. So, doesn't look like much on the page, but when you're learning kanji and learning to read, it certainly sounds like a lot. So, the first word is oni-chan e. And you're writing to your older brother. And when you add chan, it's obviously an affectionate way or a closer way, or I guess just a normal family way to say, hey bro. So yeah, oni-chan e, and e just really means two. Genki desu ka? How are you? Let's go, Kaoru.
私は今インターネットカフェにいます。
I'm in an internet cafe.
おいしいコーヒーを飲んでいます。
Oishi, delicious coffee. Kohi. Nondeimasu. I'm drinking. So right now, at this moment, Kaoru's typing this email and drinking a coffee.
ニューヨークはすごい街ですよ。
Okay, so we have the adjective sugoi, which can mean several things, but in this case it's obviously saying New York's an amazing town or city. And we have our first sort of grammatical point here. Yo is a particle that is stressing what's being said. So Kaoru is emphasizing and wants to point out how amazing or incredible New York is. And then after that she explains
人が多くてとても賑やかです。
So hito ga okute means many, there are many people, and totemo nigiyake desu. Kaoru, does this mean the town is this talking about the people or the town, this nigiyaka? Or not the town, the city.
City.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to be aware that sometimes if you've introduced the subject, you don't need to keep in Japanese you don't repeat it after. So there are many people and the city is bustling, I guess. Nigiyaka means bustling, full of energy.
Yeah.
Lively. And then we have Nihon to zenzen chigaimasu. So compared to Japan,
completely different.
Completely different. Yes, zenzen, completely chigaimasu. So yeah, we sort of explained all the points in red. Totally, completely. And then 今日は街のバスツアーをします。So today I'm taking a bus tour of the city. So this is interesting. You have a noun. Kaoru, could you say this in perfect katakana?
Bus tour.
And then you add oshimasu, and it becomes a verb. I'm taking a bus tour. Tanoshimi desu kedo. I'm looking, or tanoshimi desu means I'm looking forward to it. Kedo, but
ちょっと高いです。
chotto, a little takai desu, expensive. 43ドルもする. And so again, you have $43, and then despite adding suru, now your suru in this case mean it costs. And here we have more kaoru instead of o. Is that to emphasize that you think it's expensive?
Yeah.
So that's a little interesting grammar point there. You sort of want to emphasize it's costing up to, $43.
Some, if you want to say too much.
If you want to emphasize you think it's too much,
quantity or quantity.
You say a number, an amount.
Number. More.
Sono ato wa, after that, after the tour.
友達のアパートに行きます。
So I'm going to my friend's apartment. Now here's an aspect of Japanese it's really hard to get used to is knowing when you're either talking about habitual behavior, what you do every day, or in this case we're talking about the future really. So you're saying I will go to my friend's apartment. But in other sentences, if you said mainichi undo shimasu, that would or 毎日学校に行きます, that would mean I go to school. So depending on the context, you have to keep in mind it's either a present, it's a future verb, as in I will, or it's talking about habitual behavior, what you do every day or something. And then we go,
来月の7日まで泊まります。
So this might completely throw some people, but again, you're talking about your friend's apartment. So you're saying 来月の7日, the 7th, まで until the 7th, 泊まります. So I will stay at my friend's house until the 7th. That's what it all means.
Yeah.
Of next month. Yeah. So yeah, you got to keep in mind they'll say something and then, we have an email and we've written something and then another sentence. The next sentence might throw you and you think, well, what are they talking about now? But you just got to keep in mind the previous sentence. And then finally,
土曜日にうちに電話をしますね。
So on Saturday, 土曜日にうちに the house 電話をしますね. And we have another verb. We have another noun 電話 with the verb するします、ね. So I will call the house on Saturday ね. And there's just saying, okay, or I'm letting you know that I'm going to call the house on Saturday. And then みんなによろしくね, which just means say hello to everyone. So it could be family or friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I was your older brother Kaoru, I'd be really happy if I got this email.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds nice and cute and friendly. Okay, so now you guys try and read it yourself. And really test yourself. So if you come across a kanji, and for example, this one here, really test yourself and think for, at least 10-20 seconds before jumping up and looking, because you really got to try and force yourself to remember, and obviously reading in context will help you recall the kanji. Okay, we'll move on to lesson 2.